At GoKwik, people are at the heart of everything they do. They're not just building a company, they're shaping a community.
GoKwik started in 2020, when D2C was not that big a phenomenon. In India and globally, people begin their online shopping journeys on Amazon, Flipkart, right? So they get used to a certain kind of shopping experience, which is difficult and was absolutely absent in 2020 on brand.com when you shop, right? Our vision is that, okay, can we provide Amazon type experience on the non-Amazon world? Or to put it a little differently, it's like, can we be in this business of democratizing shopping experiences across all interfaces for all kinds of consumers?
One of the things, like in most of the organization, most of the things are top driven. So like people, like leaders like us, they thought of something and they ask people to execute on the particular idea. While in GoKwik, we promote a culture from bottom to top. We ask people to think and help us in terms of creating better products for the consumers, for the merchants. One of the programs that we have created is Special 26. So the beauty of that program is like it helps us in terms of getting people to take initiative, taking the lead. So some of the people, like they have taken 10x goal, or like people, they have taken very ambitious targets to achieve, like for their customers, for their employees, or like for their for their teams. These kind of things like people have done to be a part of Spread 26. So 26 is something like it's actually help us in terms of improving the culture that we have here.
Culture at GoKwik is not just about policies, it lives in every brainstorm, every celebration, every coffee break. It's what makes them look forward to Mondays.
Most of the people that we have in the early days, they are actually very keen to solve the real problem and very merchant focused. So whatever they do, like try to solve the real problem for our merchants and customers. We have a style of working in GoKwik. So most of the ideas or most of the things that you will see on the GoKwik product is mostly from bottom up. So what we have do, like we ask people to share the feedback or like share the idea what they have like in their mind. So that's one way of like getting things from bottom to top.
The recognition that ETHR is built on real programs with real impact.
We define ambitious as something which you can't draw it on an Excel today, and then you go out and take those targets and try to do, right? So how do you reward those people who actually go out? One is you do those annual appraisals, you do those ESOPs, but how do you really make them recognize and stand out? That's how we constituted Special 26, and it's been 8 quarters now. We've been doing that, and it's become a part of company building, institutional memory. It has served its purpose. We would want to continue to build on it, make it more even larger, not in terms of number of people, but in terms of making it more reward worthy for those people.
What employee experience today mean to us is the first thing in our mind is how employee feels today coming to work. Today, some of our employees are hybrid, some work remotely. But it is very important for us to take care of their well-being, whether they are working remote, are coming to office, working hybrid, or whatever way of mean they are working. So it is like the experience they feel despite they're sitting at home, coming to office, the work they are getting today, the experience of the whole work they are going through is something which we really prioritize and make sure that every day, whatever they feel that we are working for the company, we're working for GoKwik.
My sense is employee happiness and business success are extremely interrelated. A lot of business success or a lot of growth that companies derive is on the back of great work that a lot of employees put.
Recognition is a milestone, not the finish line. At GoKwik, we promise to keep listening, keep evolving, and keep making this a workplace where every person feels valued and at home.
So we are a very performance-oriented company, or we want to build a very performance-oriented company. So all our systems, processes are designed around performance, right? So example, tech has uptime as a performance thing. Product team has a shipping velocity, has a performance thing. Similarly, sales has a pipeline creation as a performance thing. Everyone has a performance linked KPI.
What actually motivates employees? And interestingly, the answer was not money or not designation. The answer lies around purpose and autonomy. So what happens is that when you give someone a certain mission, and if they are able to align their life's work with the mission of the company, that's when you see success, that's when you see employee happiness.
If you are designing systems and processes to deliver those outside world KPIs and OKRs, then you have to tie that into employee experience. Otherwise, I don't think so. It works as a singular, uniform, coherent system.
It's the ongoing process of how you feel that employees' feedback matters. And I think employee experience and employees' feedback is something which we always make sure that we gauge every quarter through our ENPS as well, and make sure that whatever feedbacks comes to us, we value and make sure that we add to what they really want to voice out, and try to improve on what they're trying to ask us, what they're trying to ask help on, and the feedback they're trying to give it to the company. And to that, when we add value, I think we have seen our ENPS getting better, making sure that we're having an improvisation on that, making sure that they get what they really want in the company.
Workplace culture and environment at the workplace leads to right kind of energy, which sort of fosters innovation, which gets driven through collaboration. You see more and more people working together in conference rooms, a lot of whiteboarding sessions. Some of those things encourage and enable innovation. So you have great ideas getting fostered today. You have great ideas getting developed on the back of them.
At GoKwik, we are trusted with big problems and bigger decisions.
The culture of ownership.
I would say that the brainstorming sessions and the way ideas are taken, I think gives me the sense of belonging.
Favorite thing about working at GoKwik, it's the culture.
Sum up GoKwik in one word, or the culture of GoKwik in one word, would be the high ownership culture that we have here.